You've arrived.
I just have to say I've been here for less than 24 hours and I've had an amazing time with these folks, and there was another fifth wheel parked next to it, and these folks right here, they smoked some pork butt, and they fed me yesterday, and we drank beers and hung out, and that was just it's been a really good time, and we all got to share in the joy of watching the Bighorn Sheep come up and stuff. Everybody's just been super friendly, so this has been great. I ended up putting out my ground mount panels here just in case. I just want to be able to get as much solar as I can, because I'm taxing the batteries. I woke up with only 59% battery, that's relatively speaking pretty low. I usually only use 25 to 30% overnight, so the fact that I used over 40% was a little nuts. But so I spent the time to actually put in a quick disconnect here for the ground mount panels, and day 1 out of 14 or so. Good start. It is incredibly windy right now. You kind of need eye protection out here when this is happening. Even sitting here on the video, I'm getting a little bit of sand in my eyes. I just missed some lightning for you, but that's how much I'm rocking and rolling. Somebody's got a tent out there. If you come out here in tent camp, you better make sure your tent is secure. It gets very windy here. There's a... Can you see it from there?
No, we got a carpet though.
There was a windstorm here a couple of days ago. 60-mile-an-hour winds, I guess, and there's a camping chair down here that is highly coveted. So we're fishing in the Badlands.
Yeah, it is.
look at the audience.
Maybe you should put some sneakers.
I wasn't going that far down there. Dan's the one going.
Oh dear. Look at that. That thing's all padded out. Table. It doesn't look broken.
Nice work.
Something to do.
Virtual high five.
There you go.
2,500 watts coming in from the generator. That's the max I'm able to pull now because the Quattro is hot enough that it's limiting its charge current. And I've got 2,800 watts of solar, so I'm still netting 2,400 watts of charging. The battery started this morning at 31%, so I've been trying to charge as quickly as I can before it gets too hot outside, but we've already reached that point. The batteries are at 93 degrees. The actual outside temperature is 102. The battery area is 93 and the basement area is 91. What do you do when your water starts getting low and you're boondocking and you don't want to move your rig to get it full of water again, and you don't want to deal with a whole bunch of containers of water? You get a 50-gallon water bladder designed for potable fresh water and you pump it into the RV. Let's check it out. Here's my 50-gallon freshwater IV bag. I'll put a link to the product below in the description. So I just went to a local gas station. I asked if I could use their spigot and they said no problem. There are plenty of people filling up with water there and they didn't charge me for it at all. Of course, I filled up with gas, made sure I at least bought something from them, but the water was free, unlike the campground I called, which was going to charge me 10 bucks for it. So that was a bonus. And I don't have a gravity fill on my RV, and even if I did, I probably still want to find a way to pump the water in from that bag. I can't just lift the bag up. It's obviously too heavy and do a gravity fill. So what I ended up doing was grabbing a 120 volt, because that'll be easier for me to connect up. Water pump, freshwater pump, pretty much the same type of thing you see inside the RV for your water pump, except this is 120 volts. So I'm just going to hook up the bag. It's got a standard garden hose fitting, and I'll hook it up to this end, and then I will hook up the RV city water connection to this end. I still need to get some Teflon tape on here. These are not garden hose connections, so I bought an adapter. And I'll make sure there's a description for all of this, a link in the description for all of this. And fire it up and let it rip. So this is the first time I'm doing it, so let's learn together. All right, you can see the entire setup here. Got everything all connected, so I'm gonna open the water valve and turn on the pump, and we'll see what happens. Well, you can definitely hear the pump working. That auto primed as soon as I opened up the city fill. So there's going to be water flowing into the tank right now. So, how much do we have now? 75%. This is a 100-gallon tank.